Hi, I'm Daniele Palomba. I work in Annabel. I'm the head sommelier looking after the wine program in the Italian restaurant called Matteo's.
Super. One of the finest wine lists, right? Annabel's and wine clubs. So, you're the right person to ask and clear some myths that we have for consumers out there, right? So I'm just going to put some myths and then you give me your opinion. So red wine gives you a hangover more than a white wine. True or false?
Big myth. Absolutely false.
Okay.
The only secret to not to have hangover is not to drink too much.
All right. You should not chill red wine.
Yes and no. The way it's supposed to be. The way you like it,
Does it spoil red wine if you chill?
It hides it a little bit. I don't think it spoils it. That's how you want it. That's how you drink it, no problem.
Canned wines are, a poor quality than bottled wines.
For wines meant to be drunk young, I don't see the problem in it.
You should not put ice in wine.
Definitely not wine.
No, not true.
No ice in wine. No ice in wine.
No ice, right? You should not.
Please, again, if you like it, but please no.
Food pairing myth. Red wine goes with red meat, and white wine, we've usually heard, goes with seafood. Is that true?
Overall, I would say yes.
Why is that?
Because, well, let's say you can have any wine pairing you want as long as you like it, in a way. However, I do think there are things that shouldn't be done. Be it, I don't know, if you want a Sauvignon Blanc with a big chunky steak, you might as well have a glass of water. It's going to be the same. You're going to lose the wine, and at the same time, if you have a too overwhelming wine, you're going to lose the dish, and so on. So there are some things that can be changed a little bit if you prefer to have something instead of something else. But I do believe there are little rules to follow.
So French people stick to French wines most of the time still, and Italian people still stick to the Italian wines. The UK and Americans are the ones who are trying different things.
Overall, it's true. Let's be honest. Overall, it's true.
What about German? Are they trying other things, or they also stick with German wines preferably?
No, they're more open. I would say they're more open to try a bit of everything else. But overall, I would say there is more a shift towards I only like French wine. I must admit, more than once it happens. From time to time. There's a preference on French, I think, for some reason.
So you have a champagne or a sparkling wine, and you open this, and the fizz is gone now next day. What is there any hacks or any things that you can do to create the fizz again?
I think Coravan is an amazing tool to have with you in any case, especially the sparkling one. I don't think, the way I see it, it doesn't keep the bubbles. It just carbonates again. That's almost the only way, I think.
If I'm hosting a home wine tasting and I have no idea about the wine, what kind of format you would advise me to go with, and what 4 or 3 wines you would advise me to do with?
I think champagne must always be there. And then it's nice to have something light, refreshing white, and you always have to have like a big red at the end to spice it up a little, or something very special,
Got it.
Be it, I don't know, like a Burgundy, slightly, a bit more aged as well, if you find it.
What kind of elements you would put in a restaurant decor or, menu or planning, if you were to design a high volume wine place?
I like to put some bottles to show. As well as some tools that sommeliers use, be it I don't know, portons or candles. And this, I think it's nice, and guests and or members, depending on where you are, will get interested and ask, what is this? What do you use it for? And maybe they go for a bottle that need portons. So never know.
You may have seen a lot of sommeliers succeed in their careers, right? Like they join as a waiter, then they become the next step, and then sommelier, then maybe a head sommelier, wine director, group buyer, and so on, right? What do you think are 3 or 4 characteristics that you've seen in those people that tricks them to succeed, you know?
Ambition, hard work, and you need to believe in yourself.
What is a bad character? Like you would say, hey dude, you got to go now, you know, like, which is just in personality.
I believe you have to accept many things, let's say, while you're on your way up. Don't take it too personal, you know? Just think about yourself. So if you look at others, sometimes it's a problem. Just focus on yourself.